And good evening, everybody. I didn't slur this time. Took the earbuds out.
You're
What's
good.
up,
We are
everybody?
here. We are live. We are streaming around the world. We are spanning the globe. Put these back in now.
Yeah, check out the shirt.
Oh,
So,
I almost
He's
wore
ready.
mine.
Look at him. He's ready.
I almost wore mine. I wore my Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame shirt.
hey, that's pretty cool too, though.
Yeah. Let's say hello to our viewers tonight. Uh, Richard Ward.
What's
Hey,
up,
Richard.
Richard?
May bring him on here shortly.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Jeff Kokaki. Hope I pronounced that correctly.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Of course, we have Noor,
Hey, Nor.
Nor.
as usual, our Malaysian viewer from around the world. I want to apologize. We had our guest lined up again from 2 weeks ago, and I talked to him 3 days ago, and he was going to be on here, but something apparently has happened again because I I
What can you
followed
do?
through. I sent him the link. He hasn't read it yet. I don't think he's been online. So uh, we've had bad weather here again in Oklahoma, and he's in eastern Oklahoma where they've had the worst of it. So. They must have some very sensitive electrical grids over there because he's just not here.
Yeah, we're. I'm in West Virginia, and we're getting a ton of rain dumped on us right now, and it's supposed
So
to
are
dry. It's going from 70 to like tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 30.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we're
Same
gonna
here in
we're,
Southern
we're
Ohio.
running the gambit of all the seasons all at once in 24 hours.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I'm sorry, James. I tried to get him. I know you're excited about that, but
Yeah, I was wanting to pick his brain a little bit and just
you may get that opportunity one of these days. We're going to give him. We're going with third strike.
hey, hey, things happen,
Yeah, they
and
do.
honestly, I hope the guy's okay. I hope everything's
Yeah.
okay, going on with everybody with this crazy weather and stuff.
Yeah,
But
it's that time of year.
yeah, I have some news though.
What's that?
My school, the franchise factory, through Appalachian Championship Wrestling, we're starting to do a studio show. We've been shooting some videos called ACW Assault, Underground Assault, and I've posted a few of them on Facebook through my my personal page and a couple on my referee page. Um, we're getting ready to start a show called Future of Wrestling for our trainees, and we're going to have it's going to be a studio wrestling show. I don't know um, how what kind of a budget we're going to have as far as um, intros, things like that. I think it's going to be really, really scaled down. When I say studio wrestling, I'm talking like old school studio where they're coming out from behind the curtain, no intro music. It's bare bones, but it's going to be really, really cool. We're going to have we're going to develop our own little farm system for Appalachian Championship Wrestling, our own little NXT per se, and hopefully the idea for the show is for us to get these kids trained and ready to where they can go on to do their own independent bookings and stuff. Um, the cool thing is we'll actually get to have a TV show, and they'll get to learn how to work camera angles, and they'll get to learn how they'll actually I'm hoping that we'll actually have championships and such for it. It's called Future of Wrestling, FOW. So hopefully here in the next few weeks, we'll have something filmed and out. Hopefully by the middle of March, maybe. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that's the hope.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
Yeah, we're going to bring on another guest.
Yeah.
Lane's apparently still in the hospital. No, he's out of the hospital. He's out of the hospital. But he's apparently still under the weather. Uh, he thought that he hoped to be on tonight, but apparently he's not up for it. And that's fine. I told him to take his time. But he's out of the hospital. That's good. So, welcome to the show, Richard, the warden.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey,
Good to have
Richard.
you on again.
All right.
And I didn't film a belt of the week. I did, but I didn't edit it because I knew I thought we were going to have a guest tonight, so I didn't compile it. So we'll have that.
I gotta
on
get one of
next
those
week.
shirts.
Huh?
I gotta buy one of those shirts.
Which shirt is that?
The one that James got on.
Oh yeah. They have them on WWE Shop.
I actually got mine off
Go
of
Pierce.
Hey, Pierce.
So I got it from eBay. It took it a long time to get here, but I got it.
Were you got on
Cool.
eBay?
Yes.
That's where I got two of them. I got a gray one on eBay, and I got the white with the red sleeve cuffs from WWE Shop.
Now, see, I didn't know they were selling that. Some of the WWE shop stuff that I did get, I got like an old school Piper shirt. No, actually, I think that actually came from Piper's website.
Ah.
Excuse me. I did get the Southpaw Regional Wrestling shirt from WWE though, because I thought that was hilarious whenever they filmed that. I really wish they would have kept that going for a while, but oh well. You never saw any matches, but just the promos were hilarious.
Yeah, it was good.
Since I didn't film a belt of the week, I'm going to let me check something first. I've still got these belts for sale, and we still got the giveaway belt coming up soon. I'm checking to see how many members we got. Last I checked this morning, we had 917. We have now 919 members in Wide World of Belts Facebook page. So
Wow.
Hey, invite
I'm
your
sorry,
friends,
923.
everybody.
Just update.
You could
923.
possibly win a belt. How
Yeah.
hard is this? Come on, get on the ball. You want a belt?
Yeah.
It's easy.
That's pretty cool.
Get your
And I'll
friends
show
to
you-
sign up. You can
I'll
win.
show
I
one.
think I need another belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can always. I mean, I've got plenty of room. There's
At
all
this
kinds
point,
of-
I may
Mark.
enter the giveaway.
Mark's teasing me. Look at that. He's teasing me.
I'm not removing Godzilla, but I've got other posters that I can remove from my walls and make space.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna show the giveaway belt once again as an enticement. This is made
Look
by
at
Unique Spirit,
strap.
who's our sponsor, one of our sponsors.
I
Wow.
love that strap.
It's on Oxblood. For people just now seeing this for the first time, this is Oxblood. This is not red. And I put the blue backing on it.
Awesome.
The blue finally shows up with this light. So,
Man, that ox blood is sharp.
but Unique Spirit made this belt. He's also made some improvements since this belt was made. There's a couple little minor imperfections on it, but still a beautiful belt. And then I've got one for sale. This is the giveaway belt.
Let's see that beautiful blue backing.
Yeah. Richard wants that blue backing. This is the giveaway belt. It's identical. I'm sorry, this isn't for sale. It's identical to the giveaway belt, except for the fact that the tooling is just a little bit different. It's got that, I don't know what they call that tooling. I call it the
Wow.
X tooling. It's the same tooling that's on the Premier NWA Dome Globe.
Okay.
But this one's for
Wow.
sale for what did I say I sell for? $325 shipped. So hit me up for that.
And
I've
that
got
is
another
American
one.
leather, guys. That
That
is
is
not
American leather. That's made by Mark Leather, which is yours truly. I also still have this one, and I've got a guy that's wanting it, but he hasn't saved the money yet. But I've got another set of plates in case he can't get it in time. But this is the Luger US, also made by Unique Spirit. It's got the TV accurate tooling.
One of the best belts
Yeah.
ever made.
Lex Luger held this. Nikita Koloff. Magnum TA had it briefly.
Yep.
There's the back. I stamped the NWA in that. Get it
Wow.
right. And then on the other side, on the other end, I've got the American flag stamped in there.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah.
my trademark for this
Nice
particular belt.
detail.
This one is $350 shipped.
Once
I
again.
got
on
this
American
one, and I
leather.
got a set of plates waiting on leather. I've got the leather strap cut, but I haven't tooled it yet. So. Good deal. Thank you, Piers. Thank you.
I definitely
I've got
agree.
I got a lot of leather work to do. This is off topic. But I had something happen recently. It's actually kind of cool. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. A lot of stuff that's not belt related, not hobby related. I watch a lot of pilot vlogs. You know, pilots that fly airplanes and they film their flights and stuff. And there's a guy. I don't know where he's at. I think somewhere in the Northeast, who is a mechanic, and he fixes things, and he gets to keep them. And so he had this airplane that this guy had for 20 years. It sat on the tarmac for 20 years. The tires rotted. Birds got in there and made their usual mess. And anyway, the thing was on this video, it's a video series. If he could get the plane started, not in the air, but started, he could have the plane. So one episode, he almost lost it. He finally did get it. But in one episode, he was talking about this speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker, and I've got one I got off Wish, which is not a bad speaker. But this one here kind of caught my interest. and I'm not going to name the sponsor because they don't sponsor the show. But this speaker here, it's a Bluetooth speaker, but it twists in half and makes 2 speakers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I like
Anyway,
that.
that's not what's cool about this. What's cool about this was
Okay.
it's a $200 speaker, and this guy said if you'll go to that website for that speaker and order one, put whatever his code was, or whatever they call that code, sponsor code or whatever it is, you can get it for 67% off. So I went to the website because it sounded pretty good on the video, and I ordered it. But when I was using my phone, but when I click on the link through YouTube, it takes me to a YouTube page with this web page, and it defaulted to concrete, the color concrete, which is like an off-white. But I wanted the black speaker, and hello, Chris. And so I clicked on something else to finish the order, and something didn't work right. So I thought, well, I'll just click out and go to the browser and order it directly through there. So I did. Went to check my email for the confirmation, and it said I'd ordered concrete. I forgot to change it back when I ordered it. So I immediately emailed the company and said, hey, I meant to order a black speaker, but it defaulted to concrete. Can I get that changed? I mean, this was 2 minutes after I ordered it. They said, well, we're sorry. It's already in process, but we'll contact customer care. So I figured, well, I'm going to get a concrete speaker. So maybe it was an hour later, I got an email back from them, and they said that good news, we were able to cancel the concrete. We're going to send you the black one. Great. Well, 3 days later, the box arrives. I open it up. It's the concrete speaker. So I went to go check the tracking number because I thought, man, that came awful fast. And it was a different tracking number. The black one was still on the way. They forgot to stop this one from being shipped. So I got this black one, and I got the other one in concrete, and they only charged me for one. That's another reason I'm not mentioning the name of the company.
Hell of a deal.
That's I've had something similar happen to me. I went and bought a little. I have a thing for. Do you know what a beta is? A fish, the beta fish.
Yeah. Oh, they're beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Fighting Siamese fighting fish.
I have a thing for them, and here a while back. This has been a few years ago. I went on a little shopping spree, and I bought a beta, and I bought this little fish bowl that had a built-in light and everything else, and it was only like a $20 thing. It was, wasn't anything, and the light didn't work. So I contacted the company. I was just like, hey, just send me another little bulb. And they're like, okay, we'll send you another bulb. They sent me a whole fish tank, and I was just
Wow.
I contacted them. I was like, I just needed you to send a bulb. You didn't have to say it. They were like, it's easier for us to send the fish tank than it is for us to go out and go find a bulb and do the process of the line of putting this thing together and send it to you. It's just easier to ship the fish tank. And I thought that was really cool, and I thanked them for it and everything. But yeah.
Well, I will send it back if they say, hey, we made a mistake, send it back. I will send it back, but till they do, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9 times out of 10 they're not going to. They're
I got the speaker for like I think it was $96 with tax and shipping, everything like that. But I figure it's really only worth that much because they had it marked up to $200. They had no problem giving me the discount. So.
Oh yeah,
It's a nice speaker. It sounds great.
Yeah, I need to get me a little something for like. I love to listen to music while I'm at work. I do a lot of construction and things like that, but the radios that we have don't have anything that's, first of all, they get tore up really easy. I need something that's a little bit more durable. Yeah. And I don't want to drop $300 on a Milwaukee radio, but it's looking like I'm probably going to have to, because that's the only thing. I mean, you can take those things and throw them in a creek and they'll still work. They're tough.
On this thing, it'll charge up. Each, we take this thing apart. Each one charges. It's got like a Y adapter, and you charge it, and it'll go. I don't know. I didn't listen to it all day, but it'll go at least 8 or 9 hours on a charge, which is really cool. And it sounds really good. But I can set it on my work table while I'm working on leather. Put one over here and put one over here, and it's stereo. So
now, what all do you like to listen to? Do you do podcasts and things like that?
I do podcasts. Listen to iHeartRadio. I listen to 24/7 comedy on iHeartRadio. Sometimes there's a sports talk show out of Oklahoma City I listen to. And sometimes I'll go on YouTube.
So you're like me, man. I just whatever tickles my fancy, I'll tune into it, and yeah, I get you. I listen to listen to Cornette's podcast.
Yeah.
I listen to Busted Open Radio. But it's only like a shortened form of their show because you actually have to pay for their show. I listen.
Hey, Nathan.
Doing good, Nathan.
Uh,
Oh, of course, man.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. For all I know, this is a boot. No,
Yeah,
I
you
actually
never
have a
know.
boot. I got one from Wish. And it's actually been a pretty good speaker.
Is that-
I would put
is
it
that
up
really
against, it's
small
an American-made speaker any day.
There you go.
Don't get me off on that. Before going further, I want to remind everybody of our sponsor, Mark Leather, for all your leathering needs. That's me. And I've got a long waiting list, so I've got a lot of work. And I appreciate each and every one of those people. And then Unique Spirit, they're the ones that made the giveaway belt and the belt that I'm selling. The leather's mine, but they're plates. And they do a good job. And also, this show would not be possible, at least on YouTube, without the partnership with the Brothers in Kayfabe podcast on Apple Podcasts and at the Linktree link there that I can't pronounce that. The good guys, they have a wrestling podcast out of Oklahoma City, and they partner with me on
That's awesome.
StreamYard subscription. So appreciate those guys. Okay. I ought to get the boot speaker. It's right over there, but
Hey, if it wasn't for boots, then I'd only own one belt. So
Yeah.
I hear that.
that's true. I'm glad you brought that up because, and I'm done in the conversation here for a change, but there's been a lot of talk about the hobby lately, about all the hobby drama, and there is a lot of hobby drama. Most of it's unnecessary, but there are people that are actually offended by the word hobby, and it's almost comical. It's almost comical. They don't want to mention it as a hobby. They want to refer to it as the community. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't see the logic in
both.
it.
Well, I mean, we are a community, but the community is based around a hobby.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the word of hobby offends you, you need to go find something else to do in your spare time.
I mean, I don't want to downplay what they're trying, the point they're trying to make. I totally understand where they're coming from, but it's kind of goofy to say, well, it's not a hobby. Yeah, it starts off as a hobby because not everybody, if it wasn't a hobby, then everybody would either be into it or nobody would do it.
Starts
But
off
to
as a
rename it
hobby.
because that word offends you is beyond ridiculous.
That's, I mean, I don't care what side of the political aisle you fall on. You know, this whole offended thing is getting really old.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing about the world. There are going to be things that offend you. Words like hobby.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
I mean, that is whatever, man.
Yeah, see what I mean? See how ridiculous it sounds?
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't want to downplay what they're meaning because we are a community. We really are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You, me, I've made all of us, those of us just here at the podcast. I consider you guys my friends because we have this thing in common, and when we sit back and we talk about this and the fun that we have and the joy that it brings us, when we have a new belt day, or when we have, when somebody has a new belt day and we can say, hey, we see their enjoyment and we enjoy it through them. It is a hobby. And
That's as long as I'm willing to let it grow. I'm sorry. You just have to live with it. I'm sorry. It'll be gone in a month anyway. I'm going to shave it off.
let it go down and like maybe do like crap.
The anvil. The anvil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got enough chest hair. I don't want to get tangled up. So
I was gonna say it starts off as a hobby and then it goes into an addiction.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
We are a community, but let me say this: a community. Just because you're in a community together doesn't mean that you're going to get along. Just by changing the word hobby to community does not mean anything, because I live in a community, and believe me, I don't get along with all of my neighbors. It's just,
Well,
that's just goofy. It's a hobby first, and yes, we are a community because of the hobby, but it is always a hobby.
Yeah.
and I'm probably the minority in this group right here because I live in a small community, a very small community, but town of about little over 3,000 people. And there are people that live here that have lived here most, if not all, of their lives, and all they talk about is how I wish I could get out of this town. I hate this town. Nothing good happens here, but they're still here. And same thing goes with this hobby. Uh, I hate the drama too. I get sick of it. I get tired of people getting scammed. I get tired of people claiming to be scammed when they're not. It's just this disagreement. I hate people looking down on other people because they can't afford a $3,000 belt. By the way, screw you. And
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it's right, though. I mean, come on, man. I don't judge people by how much money they make. I judge people by how they treat me at the end of the day.
I like that one.
Well,
I could do Spears.
Thank God in Zebco she's gone.
I'm losing room for my belts. I got them laying flat on the floor now.
But
no,
I just
see, I haven't reached that problem yet. So if you need a place to store some of your belts, man, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you
I
out.
got a few empty cubes back here. But no, there are just too many elitists in this hobby.
Way too many.
Yeah, but they don't affect me. They don't affect me. You know, I
No,
collect what I collect.
Yeah.
I don't care what they think. I could care less what they think. They didn't buy my belts. And truth be known, if they find a good boot that they would like, they would buy it. I guarantee it. They just
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
tell anybody.
Well, I mean, you know, Rusty Miller said it best that whenever he was on here that last time, whenever he said, man, it's just metal and leather.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It
Yep.
doesn't, you know, I mean, I wish I could afford, you know, to pay $3,000 for a belt. You know what I mean? I wish I could, because if I could, then I could buy other things that I really need. But, you know, at the end of the day, I buy what I can afford. If I can't afford it, then it's just, you know, what I call window shopping. I just look and wish.
Hey, you know what? Cardboard, foam, paper, no matter what your belt is, if you enjoy it, I'm all for it.
Yeah, man. And let's not beat people down because they can't afford a $3,000 belt. I
mean,
can't. I can barely afford the $300 belts that I get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, they make me happy. I don't care if my winged eagle is just a tad bit off because the toenail on the left claw or whatever is too long. You know what I mean? And, you know,
Yeah.
there's these guys that are out there that are, you know, so into that it's just like, man, you know, do you even enjoy the hobby? Why are you in it if you're going to sit there and just judge and gatekeep? You know what I mean? And that's I mean, it's bullshit.
I mean,
Well,
I'm all
is-
for everybody enjoying the hobby, no matter what they own. If you're happy with what you could afford, you know,
But that's the
What is
beauty
it
of the
about?
hobby. You can make it whatever you want to be.
Pierce is on the roll tonight.
As long as you're happy, that's what it's all about.
You know,
Well-
there are guys out there that make cardboard belts, and they look damn good. I mean,
Oh,
they do.
yeah,
They look like metal belts.
Yeah, what's
Was
his
it
name?
Joseph Armstrong, is it?
Armstrong.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude,
That
that
guy's
guy's so
amazing.
talented.
I don't know what he charges for them, but I wouldn't mind having one.
I tried to commission him to make me a 10 pounds of gold out of
Go
cardboard.
figure.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on.
Guess the
I mean,
belt.
Would that not be awesome though to have a cardboard
He can make
10 pounds
anything.
of? I mean, any
It
belt.
would. I
He
made
can
a
make
I made a
anything.
little bitty one time out of cardboard and electrical tape. I don't have it anymore, but I wish I'd kept it. But my point is a lot of guys will go to those lengths to have a belt because they can't afford it, and it's nobody's business. And it's nobody's right to steal their joy.
Exactly.
No.
I've said this many times before, and I'll probably say it again. I don't care if you have a $3,000 belt. That doesn't make you better than me with my $300 belt. It doesn't make you any better. I don't
Well,
care
I mean,
what you
okay,
say.
so
I don't
what
care
you
what
can
you
afford
think.
a $3,000 belt. Well, you're stupid enough to pay $3,000 for a belt.
Yeah.
Even if I had it, I don't know if I'd probably spend it on a belt because I have other things that I need to spend $3,000 on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If that makes you happy that you want a $3,000 belt, I have nothing against that. But don't frown upon somebody else that wants to make a childhood dream come true by holding that belt and having memories of what that belt was when you were a kid.
hmm
And I get the licensing thing. I get that. I get the copyright, the trademark. I get all that stuff. But to buy a $3,000 belt just because you can,
Doesn't make it any better.
there are guys who have owned I don't know how many 10 boots, 20 boots, or whatever. They get a $3,000 belt. All of a sudden, those boots aren't any good to them anymore. Bull, bull.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, man, look, man. I have a cousin who has uh, uh, a flawed TV title. It's the only belt that he's got,
Mhm.
and the only reason why he got it is because it ended up with me, and the flaw on it is because some of the painting, and there's a little plate issue. He can't afford to go out and get a brand new belt. He just can't afford it. Life just doesn't work out that way for him, and the fact that I was able to help him get a belt, and the fact that it made him happy, and he wanted to share it on Facebook, but then he saw what people were doing,
mm-hmm.
and he didn't, and he was like, I don't want to share it because, people are going to just crap all over it. And I was like, man, dude, I was like, I would share it and not even care. I wouldn't even read comments after that, but I understand you want to show it off and you want people to like it. And he was totally afraid to show it off because, people were basically taking a crap on everything that wasn't quote unquote up to their specs, and I'm just like, man, who made you gatekeeper, first of all? And second of all, who determines, what I should or anybody should be able to afford?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It makes me angry, actually. I mean, not everybody has a good job. Some people just have a job. Some of us are able to barely keep the lights on, and they have to save up their change to be able to buy this just because it makes them happy.
Yeah.
And we're going to put them down for it?
Right.
No.
way.
Well, that's like me. I've got that Fandu Dome Globe on layaway, and what's up, Juan? And I paid $65 down on it, and that's all I paid. I'm still trying to come up with the money. I can't just go out and buy a $300 or
I can't.
$500 bill. I can't do that.
No.
I've got to save up for it, just like most people in this hobby. Now, if you can pluck down $3,000 for a belt, I'm proud of you. Happy for you. If that belt makes you happy, I got bills to pay too.
Yeah.
And I don't spend one dime of my earned money for my job on this hobby. It all comes from the leatherwork.
Mhm.
No, I
it keeps my wife happy, me happy. And,
I spend my hard-earned money because, well,
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we do. Whether it's belts or race cars or
you're too much.
It ain't going up there. It ain't going up there.
Nah.
Whether it's belts, race cars, vinyl records, people have collections of whatever. My mom had a cow collection at one point in time. She collected little cow, any kind of cow figurine thing that she could find.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It made absolutely no sense to me, but it made her happy.
Yeah.
Once again, that's
I
what
get
it's any hobby's all about. If you're
I
happy,
got another obsession.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Let
me put you on full screen. Hang on.
Yeah, I was just say, let's see what you got there. Ooh,
That looks like a figure shop.
yeah.
I've got a friend down in San Antonio who has a wrestling shop. He sells belts. He sells figures. That's what it looks like.
I got I think I want to say about maybe box figures. I want to say give or take maybe 500.
Oh wow. Now, yeah, I don't. When I say I have figures, I have a couple. Like legitimately, when you're like when I say a couple, I mean like a couple. Like it's kind of embarrassing. Nice.
Oh, we go back on full screen. Sorry, it's like my phone. Sting.
It's
Sting. The man called Sting. And that sounded hokey.
AKA Steve Borden.
Steve Borden, yeah.
Mhm.
Every time I hear that name, I think of the milk. Borden milk.
Now I collect outside of belts. I collect movie posters. I have I won't say a large poster. I probably have maybe 50 movie posters, classic retro horror movies like 1931 Dracula, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. You see Godzilla behind me, Jaws, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Oh wow.
Just anything that's retro sci-fi or retro horror. If it's affordable and reasonably priced, I will go after it. I do now personally. I have a thing for Dracula.
I bet he has a thing for you too.
Yeah. I
Wow.
have a bunch of Dracula stuff. Like I said, the 1931. No, I don't actually have a 1931 poster. Don't get me wrong. It's a reprint. It's a remake. But I have a Bela Lugosi figure. I have
He was a good Dracula. He was
Christopher Lee figure. I have a bust of Bela Lugosi as Dracula. I have Boris Karloff bust as Frankenstein. They're mini busts. They're only so big. And Lon Chaney Jr. is the Wolfman.
Love Wolfman.
I've got various books.
I want the Undertaker figurine. That's what I want.
See, that would be badass. Now I do have a couple of wrestling figures. I bought them loose at a show, Ric Flair and AJ Styles, and I do have Undertaker, the Elite Undertaker. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I found him at a show and I snatched him up. I think that's actually the one from the graveyard match.
I wish I knew how to switch my camera around. I'll show you my Undertaker wall.
But I have various masks that I've started to collect. I also just other goofy stuff, as you can see the posters in the background and everything.
I got one mask up there. But...
I seen that guy get interviewed before.
Which guy?
That guy in the mask.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. That's an inside joke.
There's
inside joke.
Now I think I've showed these a couple of times. This is something that I really started getting into, retro posters.
Yeah.
I have 4 or 5 of those. So I got these off of eBay. They come laminated, which is really cool.
Oh wow. Yeah, Etsy has a couple of them. I did a digital purchase. I got to print them out though. I got to get some nice paper to print them out.
Now this guy ships them already laminated and printed out. And
oh wow, I got to get that info.
Yeah, I'll if you're not friends with me on Facebook, we'll friend up and.
Wow. Yeah.
And he sent me a bonus, which this one's really cool because I've never even thought that I never knew these guys. That's Andre with Bruiser Brody.
Oh,
somebody posted that picture of Facebook yesterday. I saw that picture.
And that was one he said, man, he said, I also do pictures. And he said, I'm going to send you a picture since you bought like all these at once. And he sent that with it.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to remember his name right off the bat. I've got it saved on my eBay account though. It was like Ramblin' Racing or something like that, or Random Racing or something. And you get on there and he's got all kinds of classic, posters from Mid-Atlantic, Florida Championship Wrestling, lots of territory stuff, which is really, really cool.
Wow.
We only got 3 viewers. Either it was my rant that turned people off or it's Pounding the Meat. They're on the same time, by the way. So if you're interested in Pounding the Meat, I think they're adding another scammer tonight. Yeah. I'm going to watch it later. But and I don't normally get on rants and tirades, but I've been in the bad mood all evening. The guest didn't cancel, just didn't show. And I'm sure he's got a good reason, but I had planned the show around the guest, so I don't like when things don't work out the way I have them planned. So then we got off on the.
We'll wing it.
Yeah.
Hey, you got us 3 ugly mugs.
Oh yeah.
Hey, speak for yourself. This is prime real estate over here, buddy. What are you talking about?
I know. I know
There's big.
James seen this guy earlier.
Oh yeah.
Ben, if you want a link, I got room for you on the show. If you want to come on, love to have you on. We're
Yeah,
winging
come
it
on.
tonight. Let me know. I'll send you a link.
It's a battle royal freestyle. Come on.
Something else I was gonna say. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, you're talking posters. I actually had an original poster of the very first Texas Stadium show where Kerry Von Erich beat Ric Flair for the title.
Oh,
I also had the program.
Ooh.
And it was in my closet at my parents' house. And when I moved out, at some point in time, either my mother cleaned out the closet, tossed it out, or it got in a box that got tossed. I don't know what happened to it. But
Why do parents do that? They never realize that this stuff actually has like
Could
not
be up
just-
in the attic.
not
You
just-
don't know.
Yeah, not just sentimental worth, but actually financial worth. Do you know how much that flyer and that poster or that program and that poster would be worth now?
yeah, I know.
That's why my wife is good with me buying wrestling belts, because these right here, they all go to the fund.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's here. Any investment, and I don't care what it is, whether it's comic books, because I won't say I used to. I still collect comic books. If you have, let's say you have a Spider-Man or Amazing Fantasy number 15, right? That's the first appearance of Spider-Man. Spider-Man that goes for anywhere from $50 to $100 to $150 to $200,000, right? Depending on the condition. The problem is the only way that you're ever going to get that money is if somebody feels the need to pay that much for it. Nobody's ever going to pay you $200,000 for it. They're going to say, "Hey, I got 150." You know,
I'm gonna send Ben the link anyway. So
yeah, it's what somebody else is willing to pay for it. These are an investment, and you don't have to sell them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the good thing. You know, like I tell people, I joke around. You know, they're like, "Well, have you ever thought about?" No, I don't, because they come here to live, and you know they're here to live with me. And then if something does happen and I have to, I'll begrudgingly do it, and I'll be sad about it. But I have no intentions of, at this point in time, I will find another way. You know, because they come here to live. Now, if my dog got sick, I will sell every last one of these belts in a heartbeat. Not even think twice about it. Every last one of them will be gone if I know it'll make her better. You know what I mean? But until that time comes, I have no plans. You know, this investment is, I plan on being buried with them all. Like, I'm going to be buried looking like Ultimo Dragon, you know, just bury me, just lay the belts across me. You won't even see my, you know, like at the wake, just don't even like see my face. Just lay the belts across me. And
Just
then
have his face coming out of it like this.
Yeah.
you need to have on your headstone, have it engraved on there, said "Lost a tombstone match" or casket match.
Lost the casket match.
Yeah, casket match. Yeah, done in by the tombstone pile driver,
Yeah,
all the
done
way
by the
down
tombstone.
6 feet.
Right.
I told my kids a couple weeks ago that I was going to be buried with one of my belts. I'm thinking about that Figs Inc. Dome Globe, but it may be the Classic Shields when I get it. And they just thought that was hilarious. And one of my daughters said, she said, "Well, we'll put it in there with you, but as they're closing this casket, I'll reach in there and grab it real quick out of there." I said, "If you do, I will haunt you the rest of your life." So,
Yeah, when I got the second Dome Globe, the one on top up here, one of my friends was like, "Well, what do you plan on doing with the first one?" I was like, "Oh, I plan on being buried with it," you know, because I think what they expected me to do was, "Oh, get rid of that one because I got another one." Yeah. And I'm like, "Well, you obviously don't know me very well. I'm kind of greedy when it comes to my little collecting things."
Oh yeah.
I'm not parting with any of them, not yet, anyway.
I'm dating myself here, but when I used to get the Sears catalog, you open up the women's underwear section, you see one woman in a bra, you had to switch pages to you want to see them all. So it's kind of like the Dome Globe.
I mean,
you've seen one, you want to see them all.
I'm just saying, you know.
Sorry, kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Kids these days don't know the joy of getting the Sears catalog in the mail.
Not only did you get to see women in the bras. I'm old, guys. I'm old, and I apologize.
Hey, the fun was licking your finger to open the page.
I apologize. Yeah. No, seriously, I do apologize for saying that. But there's nothing better than getting the Sears or J.C. Penney catalog, looking at the the women in the bra and panties, and then going back to the toy section. Because
Yeah.
the toy section was like that thick, right?
The wish book.
And you would sit there and you just go back and you'd find like the cool stuff that you'd want, and you'd like write the page numbers down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
76.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Underline it
and go
red,
back and then
circle
go
it.
back and like kind of dog ear the page. So when mom was going through it, you know, she would kind of flip and it would stop on that page. So she'd see, hey, there's the Castle Dracula right there. You know, your son,
Yep.
the weirdo, wants the Dracula stuff. You know what I mean?
Hun,
the
I think
farm
Richard's
set.
been in the bathroom again with the Sears catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we can get this back to PG rated.
I had to make you laugh.
Yeah. I've been toying with this idea, and I'm going to verbalize it tonight. You know, I always do a belt of the week, which I usually video one of my belts, but you know, I've only got so many. I can only do so many. So what I thought I might do is, of course, it's going to take a lot of discipline for me to do this, but to have members send me their pictures of their belts and make a video montage every week of different belts.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because
That'd
I
be
want
great.
this. I don't want this to be about my collection. I want this to be about your collection. Everybody watching, and you know, I want Nora sent me a picture last week, but I want to do something different. I want to do a video montage of maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 belts, maybe 30-second video. Feature who owns it, who made it, who put the leather on it. Just some facts about the belt. Like the Undisputed V3 by Figures Inc., leather by Stokes Leather or Mark Leather, whatever.
Stats.
Yeah, stats, yeah. Because that's what this show and this group's supposed to be about is your collections, not just mine. I mean, I got a boring collection. It's I enjoy it, but it's not for everybody's cup of tea.
Mark, I just sent you a picture of what I have on its way right now to me.
Oh, okay.
You want to
I'm
see it or share it? That's
I'm a-
fine.
You want me to share it? I'll share it.
I'm so pleased with how it turned out.
Oh, I thought we got off the Sears catalog. At least she's got a bra on. I'm just kidding. Sorry, girls. Okay, I'm gonna put that picture up here. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm working here.
I was hoping once again to be able to show off my new Mountain State Heavyweight Championship, but I have yet to make it over to my grandmother's house. My grandmother, bless her heart, is almost 90 years old. And I bought the Mountain State title from Rob Bissell out of one of the other groups. And he said, yeah, I'll ship it to you. And I was thinking, okay, great. You don't have my address. Well, he went on, he got my address off PayPal. And at one point in time, I was actually staying at my grandmother's house for a short time. And it got shipped there because for the like legitimate 21 days that I stayed there, I guess put on my PayPal for whatever shipments for whatever to come there. And I forgot to change it to my current address, which I've been at for like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So he shipped the belt, and like I get a call from my grandmother. She's like, "You've got a package here." And I'm like, "A package?" And I'm thinking, "Oh yeah." I'm like, well, it said my belt, because I was tracking it. It said my belt got delivered. I'm walking outside, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, man, where the hell's this package? Right. And about 5 minutes later, here I get a call from my grandmother who's 90 years old. She's like, "You got a package here?" And I'm like, "Really?" I said, "How big is it?" And she said, "It's pretty big." And I was like, "I bet I know what it is."
It's that Sears catalog. No, I'm
It's
just
that
joking.
Sears catalog. It is.
I almost Googled an image of that. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to show the belt that Andy's got on the way. Has it been shipped yet?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about this belt. I'm going to put the picture.
Hey Ben, how's it going?
Yeah, hello, Ben. I'm sorry. Got off.
Oh wow.
Welcome
that's
to the
UWF
show.
TV
How's it going?
title.
How's it
I've
going?
always loved that belt, and I finally have it
Yeah.
on the way.
Who made that?
Azam Hussein, Shazam belts.
Okay.
I love. He did a great job on it.
I was scared when
man.
you say Shazam because I'm afraid there's going to be thunder and lightning.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. That is beautiful.
yeah, I've always liked that, and that's the one that Nikita still has to this day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he does. He takes to autograph signings, doesn't he?
Yeah. Takes it everywhere, pretty much. where he's appearing. Hmm.
Ben, glad you were able to join us.
Welcome, Ben.
Thank you for having me. Hope
Hey
everybody's
guys,
doing it.
before I
Always great
forget,
to have
it slips my mind, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to like interrupt. Welcome Ben, my apologies,
Okay.
because I get excited and my mind kind of, if it's in and out, it goes out real quick.
Yeah.
There is a very good chance, and I don't know if I told you guys this last week or not. For those of you who don't know, Matt Cardona won the NWA World's Heavyweight title this past week. If he is still champion after the Crockett Cup, after he faces Nick Aldis, he is scheduled to come here to my state and work on one of the shows that I'll be reffing. And there is a very good chance that I might get to referee an NWA World's Heavyweight Championship match.
Oh, wow.
Heck yeah.
And,
That's awesome.
That's true.
What's really cool on top of all that is that same night, because it's the anniversary show for All Star Wrestling, it's their 16th anniversary. Jeff Jarrett is going to be there, so I will not only get to work a referee, or hopefully, I'm counting my chickens way too soon on this. Hopefully, I'll get to not only referee that match, but I'll get my belt signed by 2 NWA champions in one night. So
There you
that'll
go.
be pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
I hope there's video of that match if you get to ref it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there will be. If even if I'm not reffing it, I will be out there in some way, shape, or form in some sort of capacity.
Yeah.
I'm going to lobby really, really hard. The thing is I just started working for All Star Wrestling, and the promoter Gary is a wonderful person, but he does have people that has been there longer than me who might, kind of have a line, in for me. And I'm not going to be upset if I don't get to do it, but I'm going to lobby really hard and say, look, please, this is like, you don't understand. I am
Show them your collection.
Yeah, I am Mr. NWA. I've got probably more T-shirts and belts that are NWA related, that are NWA World Title related than anybody that I know. Well, maybe not. Yeah, Roy Wilson probably has more, but his are all big gold, so I don't really
I'll
count.
live vicariously through Roy's collection.
Yeah, man, and like he evidently people are giving him issues because of the money he spends on his belts.
Which is his business.
That's his business. Mind your own. It sounds like to me somebody's jealous that they can't afford what he can.
I
You
am.
know?
Hey, it is.
I
We
am.
live
I'm
through each
totally
other. You
jealous
know
of
what I
it, but
mean?
not like that. I'm not going to dog him out because of it, man. That's just wrong. The guy enjoys the hobby. He has a love for it that is honestly unmatched by. I can't touch it. I wish I could.
I'll tell you another guy whose collection I admire is Dave Miller.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if somebody's watching the show is friends with Dave Miller, I just became friends with Dave Miller. I saw his video on Ben's in Ben's group, and I had to get some tissues. I was drooling, but I'd like to get him on the show sometime.
I mean, you're like I think I have a total of 11, so you guys probably have me beaten as far as scores. But that being said, once again, it's not about how much you got; it's what you got, and if you love it. Yeah. I can't compete with you guys like as far as your collections go. I mean, you guys make mine look pathetic. You know what I mean? Doesn't make me feel any less about mine though. Some people, obviously it getting back to that. And I'm going to quit beating that horse because we've already beaten it to death. But, just the gatekeeping in the hobby has to stop.
Hopefully, Ben wasn't watching when I went on my ugly tirade, but, I had a moment. I normally don't do that.
What happened?
Oh, I just got on a tirade about the belt elitists.
Yeah, the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And honestly, it really wasn't that bad of a tirade because I went in with you. I was carrying the flag beside you.
I'm glad I wasn't here, man, because I have my opinion about that, and there's just certain people that think they need to police the hobby, and then there's certain people that think they're better than a lot of us collectors.
Right.
I'm a collector, man. I'm normal. But we have those that
Unfortunately,
They cause problems. They cause issues in the hobby.
Mhm.
Well, man, and getting the gatekeepers, whatever you want to call them, I call them pricks. There's no
don't beat
reason
around the
for
bush.
Right.
it.
Don't hold back.
Yeah.
That was
I
how you
mean,
really feel.
that's
No,
how you really
I'm
feel.
just joking.
I mean, the thing is, let somebody be happy. At the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's just metal and leather. Be happy,
Exactly.
man. Be
Mhm.
Let's
happy.
enjoy what got us collecting belts in the first place,
Right.
and let us
Exactly.
all
Exactly.
come together
Exactly.
and stop this nonsense of I have the biggest one and you have the smallest one. I mean, come on, this is not a peeing game. You know what I mean? And being nice about it. It's just
Yeah,
like we,
we're here to enjoy, to have fun, to say, ooh, ah, wow. I love it whenever somebody has a new belt day. Am I a little bit jealous? Yeah, I am. But at the same time, man, I'm not gonna well, that's that winged eagle is the claw on that left foot of the talon of the eagle on the winged eagle is just a little bit too long. I'm just like, ugh,
Right.
shut up, man.
that eagle looks like a pigeon.
You get right.
Like really? Are you so where's your badge, belt police? I mean,
There's no such a thing as a perfect belt.
No.
No,
Show me a perfect belt.
there never will be either.
But no, and then that's the problem I run into a lot is especially the belts that I sell. I get that one person or that certain group of people that want to stick their nose to the tip of stick the tip of their nose to the belt, and they want to find every little scratch and every little flaw.
Yeah.
I had one guy I sold a belt to, and there was one paint chip that was about that big, and he messaged me. Yeah, you sold me that belt, and there's flaws with it. What's the flaw? Yeah, this paint chip, and he took a picture and sent it to me, and I'm like, I'm not selling to that guy again.
yeah,
Um,
that's
Would
why I
this,
never
would, this
done
be
it.
the R,
just
would this be the R man, Ben? Starts with an R.
no, no, goodness, no.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I picked on WWE's United States Eagle belt when it first came out. And guess what I got in my collection?
Right. Like, the new V5, IWGP V5 or the V1, whatever you want to know it as.
I'll be
That's
back.
an
I'll be back.
that's an ugly
the raid
belt.
belt.
Oh, you're talking about the Raid belt.
Something.
Yeah, the raid belt.
The raid belt, right? That belt is ugly.
It is.
Like
So ugly.
I look at it now, and I look at the rest of the IWGPs, except for that V2. That thing's ugly too.
I was saying he
Um,
wasn't.
I'm jealous of Andy's V4.
yeah, the I
Love
like my favorite. So a lot of people think my favorite is the V4 is one of my favorites, but I like the V3 better.
Really?
Yeah, I like the V3 better because it's not as big. It's more of a compact. It has just that unique shape to it, that unique design to it. I mean, the side plates of the V3 and V4 are practically the same. It's just a different design. But it has the same concept. But the V3, for some reason, catches my eye. Oh, what do you say?
Well, he's singing that song, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
It's not just the.
With the V5? I'm sorry, man. I can grab mine real quick and just,
All right, without trying to be that guy, it looks like a Divas belt. I said it. It looked like a women's championship, does it not?
It looks like the Raid logo to me.
It looks other than if you take the Raid and take the Raid out, if you take it
Yeah,
out.
I got an iconic belt that'll go down in history.
Raid.
I got it. I think it was like last week or the week before. I won't explain what belt it is. You'll know if I show it to you.
Yeah.
V3 held by Kurt Angle. Yes. So the only 3 people held the V3.
That's Paige's
Oh,
favorite
wait.
belt.
It was never an official New Japan Championship belt.
Oh,
That's
Nice.
Paige's
That-
favorite. Richard.
that version 3 was Angle and Lesnar and crap, I can't think.
I gave you a clue.
I actually like that one.
He was IC champion in New Japan and WWE.
Shinsuke Nakamura,
There you go.
right?
Oh, I forgot Shinsuke. Oh wow.
Yeah, those
I
3.
remember when he fought
So-
Brock Lesnar. That was a good match.
So yeah, he beat Angle, and the V2 and the V3 combined, and that's where the V4 came from. They discontinued both championships. I think he walked around with it for another couple months, and then the V4 was introduced. Greatest belt design of all time.
That's what's
That-
that's what's good about the hobby is everybody has a wide variety of tastes. You know, you don't like the Dome Globe. I love the Dome Globe. I prefer the V4. You prefer the V3. I mean,
Right.
we don't have to be the same. That would make us boring.
It'd be boring if everybody agreed and said, all of us said that the Dome Globe was a pretty belt. It's
Yeah.
not.
I mean, what if we
Um,
all had the same
Well,
belt
see,
and
it
we all
is, and
collect the
everybody
same
who
belt?
says that it's not is
That'd be
wrong.
pretty boring
That's-
because we know what each other have already.
Look what I got. Yeah, I got one like that too. So do I.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Vanilla? Mine too.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna show you this. I got this in the other day. I got 2 of these. I'm gonna keep one. Just a second, about the button here.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to mention the name of the maker till I get the belt done. I got to put that on leather. But I want to show you what he did with this with the sidebars. I've never seen this before. I've seen the sidebars screwed on. I've
Mhm.
seen them welded on. I've never seen both.
Oh, wow.
He screwed them on and
Um,
welded on.
I'd like
I
to
thi-
see that in white leather with blue backing.
You're not going to see that with this one.
Ooh.
But
Or black.
no, I just got these in a day or 2 ago.
Wow.
Also,
That's
I got a
nice.
new belt.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hold on. Got a new belt.
Those plates are sweet, though, Mark.
Hey man, it's garbage if the bars aren't twisted. I'm sorry, man. I'm just being
They're
that
twisted. They're twisted. I'm still on full screen. Didn't realize that.
What? There was a maker that did that a few years ago, wasn't there? He made the bars straight.
Was it?
Ooh.
The R
I
guy?
seen
I'm just
it.
kidding.
I seen it.
Yeah, they were straight, and I remember looking at the picture. I was like, something don't look right here. Is that are those bars straight?
Maybe it was Big Bros, Ben.
No, I have a Big Bros.
Oh, okay.
My Winged Eagle. Yeah, my Winged Eagle's Big Bros.
Okay.
I won that belt in a raffle in CBB before I became an admin. I won a 2-belt raffle. That's when I was on my raffle streak, winning these events every other week. And I lost the AJS one last night by 1 number.
Oh,
Oh man.
1 number. The number was 16. I picked 17.
oh.
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, well.
Yeah,
What's next
That's
time?
crushing. That's crushing. So yeah, that I remember seeing that Winged Eagle, and I was like, yeah, something don't look right about that. But somebody was happy with it. I never saw it go up for sale or get traded or anything. I don't believe. To each his own. It's where where you happy with, what you're happy with.
Well, another thing is, I'm older than most of you guys. I know I am. I know I'm older than Andy.
Pretty much.
Not by much. But
Hey,
my
Mark,
taste
your
in
age is
belts.
showing.
What?
Your age is showing.
Oh crap! I covered that up. Young whippersnapper. But I grew up in a different era. I grew up watching wrestling in the early to mid '80s. That's when, for me, that was the peak. The Attitude Era came along. after I lost interest. I know a lot of people, probably the majority of the collectors, are into the Attitude area. I respect that. It's not my thing. I do like the Big Eagle though, and I almost bought a set of plates somebody had for sale earlier today for $150. I wish I'd bought them, but I'm trying to show a little bit of restraint. But that's why everybody's different. Everybody grew up in a different era. I was 15 years old in 1981. And a lot of the guys were 15 years old when Steve Austin was a WWF champion.
Yeah.
So it's just a generational thing, and we're all different. Everybody likes what they like. But I had this belt, and I think I bought it off of either Ben or Jermaine, and I sold it. I don't remember why, but I sold it, and I regretted that. And then I got these cubes and got everything organized because at that time, I think that's why I sold it, because I didn't have any place to display it. I had 5 belts in a Detolf, and the rest of them were under the bed and bags, and I just didn't want to do that to this belt. Then I sold it to, I guess, a former wrestler down in Texas who appreciated it. And then I got these cubes set up, and I started regretting selling that belt, but this one came up for sale, and I bought this one. And this comes from a different era than most of you guys.
Nice.
Very nice.
I know that one.
This is called the Levy style.
Yeah, I have to get my first Levy. There's some the United States Levy. I love that. Red, white, and blue.
The Florida Levy, the United States Levy. This is a world class Levy. They also have the Southern made by Levy.
It's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, it's also got the stripe on the back. This one has the stripe
Oh wow!
on the back. Now this was the this title had or this belt represented like 4 different titles in world class. It represented the American Heavyweight Championship, the Texas Heavyweight Championship. The Fort Worth Television Promotion had a television champion. So this belt was Fritz had 2 of these belts, and then there was also the Texas Heavyweight Championship and the Tag Team Championship. So this was 2 belts for tag team champions, and then they traded out for each individual match. But this was the belt back then.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little
It was
bitty.
also the heavyweight championship too, was it not?
What it was? What?
The heavyweight championship too, was it not? Wasn't
Well,
that the World
they
Class
did.
Championship?
Well, they called it the American Heavyweight Champion, but it said world class. But that was the name of the promotion. But it was the American title, the Texas title, the tag team titles, and the television title. And the television title, what they did with that was Saturday night. The Fort Worth television station had a Saturday Night Wrestling, and they would have a Beat the Champion television championship match. And if they had a growing purse every night, every time the champion defended the title successfully, the purse went up. I don't remember what the amount was. And you had 10 minutes to beat the champion. If you didn't beat the champion in 10 minutes, he retained the title. And this went on for like 2 years. And finally, Chris Adams beat the champion. No, I take that back. He went, I think, 10 matches. He went the longest of anybody and kept this. I think the champion got like a bonus if he defended it 10 times. So, but it usually lasted 3 or 4 matches and it changed. But beautiful belt. It's tiny. I mean, you put it this 13-inch Detolf or 13-inch cube. It's just swallowed by the other belts.
I just sold one of those to Curtis Thompson.
Oh, okay.
And
I know Curtis.
The one that I sold, it was very nice. It had some good weight to it, real good leather on it, and it was smaller. A lot of those Levy style belts, you put your hand up to it, and if your hand is not 3/4 of the way covering it, that belt's too big. See? Yeah, and that's what I mean.
But they're supposed to be small. That's what the
supposed to be
was.
small, right? So if your hand is not almost covering that plate, that main plate, it's too big. And I've seen some that, the main plates, you put your hand up to it and the main plate's sticking up all the way up here. And I'm like, that's almost 2 hands there. So
that's the Lou Thez belt. Every Lou Thez belt I've ever seen is way too big. Way too big.
That belt was tiny.
Yes.
Like if you look at Lou Thez wearing it,
it looks like a regular belt buckle.
Right. It's like this big.
It's like a Texas-sized belt buckle.
And a lot of people you see them, they get it, and that thing is like this.
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
It's out of
I don't
proportion.
think that belt was that big, but
Speaking of big belts, if Vinny Carquito is watching the show, comment. And if you do comment, I want you to send me a picture of the big belt you got. Have you seen that belt he got?
No.
Which one?
He
did
got a
you get?
big green. He got a big green.
Oh,
Oh man.
oh, I
That's
seen
one
this
of-
picture. Yeah, I
that's on
seen
my
this
He
list.
did a
picture.
video. He did a video too.
Yeah, that's on my list to get.
It's not on my list to get, but when I finish my, and I know what people are going to say, you're never going to finish, but I will finish because I only got like 24 cubes. I saw that, Vinny. I saw that. I don't know if I can take the picture off and send it, but beautiful. Oh, let me. Oh, he sent it. Okay, let me download this one. Hang on.
I know one of the belt makers made one for the guy who was playing the Iron Sheik on Little Rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it looked pretty nice too.
I'm gonna upload this picture. The picture doesn't do it justice. In the video, it's just beautiful. This belt didn't last long. It lasted 3 champions, which is about a week.
mhm.
They gave it to Bob Backlund. I don't know at what point they gave it to him, but he didn't have it long, and then the Iron Sheik beat him for it. And 2 weeks later, if even that long, Hulk Hogan beat him for it.
Yeah, that was the angle where then superstar Billy Graham destroy
Oh,
the
did he?
Yeah,
Backlund
he
belt.
destroyed Backlund's
Oh,
belt.
I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know that. Okay. This is
Yeah,
it.
and that replaced it.
I like the two-tone color.
Yeah, it's got a flat finish on the back plate, and then the shiny finish on the relief plates. So, and I love the way the etching is around the side plates. They're not just engraved on there; they're raised and the border's raised. And
I like the fact that the side plates also have the names of the champions and their dates that they were
Mhm.
champion or whatever.
but that's it. Beautiful belt, Vinny.
That one
Yeah.
and the Bruno San Martino belt is on my list.
Yeah, the Bruno belt
yeah.
is very nice. I love that one. And like I said, I'm not a big WWFE guy when it comes to collecting their belts, but that Bruno belt is something else. That would be one that I would probably go after as a future endeavor.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing.
Nice belt, Vinny.
In that spirit, you're talking about the Bruno belt. I want the NWA championship that Dory Funk Jr. had.
Oh, the crown
Crown.
jewel.
Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that.
Crown
one.
jewel's awesome.
I didn't want it
that
before,
was
but
definitely.
the more I look at it, the more I want it.
Oh, yeah. I had a maker try to sell me one cheap, like $200. I guess he couldn't move it or something. And if I'd have known, I'd have let you know. I don't know if he still has it or not.
Well, I'm
But,
broke right now, but it's on my list.
My neighbor's coming home.
Your neighbor's coming home. Okay. I'm gonna get another picture here. He sent me some pictures. He got 2 belts actually. Just a second. Do each his own. I don't like that belt.
Why?
I don't like the belt, but hey, if you want,
Yeah, I want that 24/7 too because I had one and I let it go.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of belts, and it's not that they're ugly. It's just if they don't have a history, that's my issue with the AEW. There's not a whole lot of history with it there. That's why I don't want it. It's not. I mean, it's a beautiful belt. It's just not something I don't.
Mm.
There's no history. It's just still filling your belt.
Yeah,
Here's Vinny sent me this picture. You got both those belts. You were talking about the side plates had the champions' names on them.
Oh yeah.
The Hogan 84 had that, or 85. That's the Hogan 85. Had that too.
I remember as a kid I dressed up as Hulk Hogan with the vinyl costume.
Yep.
Came with the vinyl suit and the plastic mask, and it
Oh,
had
yeah.
the belt on the vinyl costume.
Oh, I thought
And
that
it
was a
had that
belt.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Bad.
You can't wear those costumes now. They'll probably say they're not good for the environment.
I thought you were, Nathan. I thought you were. I'm not dogging a belt. I'm not. It's just it's a gimmick belt. I wish it had a little bit more etching on it, especially the side plates.
There's nothing on the side plates really.
No, there isn't.
I'm not a fan of it at all.
No.
Hey, I
It's
know who
the
created the
generic
24/7 belt
title,
before
and even
WWE
then,
did.
it's-
Yeah, I know you do. Ben, you
But-
got snow over there in Colorado?
It snowed a little bit yesterday. We got another snowstorm scheduled for next week.
We got
So we're starting to
thunderstorms
get the
last
weeklies. Yeah, that I saw that. I saw that.
I was wearing a short sleeve T-shirt to Walmart last night after dark, and I get home, it rains and then thunders, which I slept through. I didn't hear any of it. Woke up this morning to 27 degrees, 40, 50 mile an hour winds, and some snow.
Well, we
Yeah.
got 12 inches of sunshine down here.
Wow.
Yeah, you ended up getting that storm system that was here before that 75-degree or that 70-degree day. We had a 70-degree day the other day.
Yeah.
Like,
Oklahoma weather's fickle.
yeah.
Very fickle.
Felix, you're gonna love that Rizwan Big Gold. I've got one. It's not in my chair, but it's right there. You're gonna love it.
I have my big gold. I have my big gold from Rizwan, one of my
Did a
favorite
beautiful
makers.
job with it. Undisputed, yeah.
I think I just
Now
got a
that
couple
the
belts
Undisputed
in.
is another WWF one that I would WWE belt that I would go after.
To me, that is the best belt they ever made.
I think I'm with you on that.
I want
I
to see the textured big gold come back.
yeah, that undisputed. It's just something about it. I mean, I have one right
So well
here.
done. It's just so well done.
Mhm.
Well, let me help you
Well,
out
it was
there.
the last. I mean, honestly, it was the last classic one that they designed. After
there
that,
The cookie
you know,
cutter
you had
stand after
the
that.
spinner. You had the what I guess they called it the scratch logo. Was it where it was?
Yeah.
And then now the new logo.
Oh, I got one of those.
Yeah, this
Pull
is a
that out.
V1. This is a V1.
Now, what's the difference between the V1 and the V2? Just the plate size?
Play sizes, and on the V2, it has the black outline
Like this one.
on the outside.
See,
Yep.
I need now. That is actually probably my favorite WWF E/E
What?
belt, whatever. That belt just looks good, and they should have never went away from that design ever. And I take that back. After Eddie's passing, I kind of understand why.
It was one of the shortest used designs too, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but it
Hogan was the last
associated
one
with
to hold
Eddie.
it, right?
It was that belt was associated with Eddie, man, and I can see why they kind of let it be Eddie's. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wasn't happy with what they chose afterwards. I would have probably just done a. Honestly, I don't see the problem with going backwards, more so than going forwards, because the way that they've gone forward, I mean, it looks like a class ring. You know, your high school class ring. The network belts do. I that's just
Cookie cutter.
There's nothing original about them whatsoever. Just
Okay, Felix, I'm sorry to do this to you, but hold on. He said he was drooling. Get the Kleenexes out.
There we go.
That is nice.
It is beautiful. It is hand engraved, 24 karat gold, accurate size. It is heavy. Not as heavy as that AW Inmate, not quite, but it is.
The Inmate wishes it was that pretty though.
Well, this belt is what got me kind of liking the Inmate, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, had it not been for it's almost the same plate design, cutout, and everything else.
Yeah.
You know,
the only thing I wish was different about this are the snaps. They need to be a bright brass, but they're kind of.
I like that brown leather though. That looks sweet.
This is chocolate brown, but I think the actual color was like Cordovan.
all I remember is I remember in February of '86 when that belt came out, and I just remember seeing it and thinking, "Oh my gosh!"
What's
Of course,
up, Buck?
you know, seeing the new world title when the old one was, you know, so beat up at that point in time, you know, just it was stunning, and I
wanted to order zinc. but he into the brass because of the engraving. He said the engraving is better on brass, and the engraving is just beautiful.
Oh, that's brass.
Yeah, this is brass. Yeah,
Wow, that looks.
I've had it over a year, and it's fine. You know, I hardly ever clean it, but I'm gonna start since I got the cubes now. I'm gonna start doing a weekly cleaning of these belts. But look out, it's still shiny. Look at that.
I mean, that thing's beautiful.
I was concerned about tarnish, and I talked to Rizwan about it, and he assured me he would coat it with 24 karat gold, and I wouldn't have any issues with it. So, yeah, Felix, I'm happy with mine. I've had it over a year, and I'm back on full screen again, and I'm just tickled with it. I just wish the snaps were a different color.
I own 3 brass belts. I have the NWA tag that's right behind me. It's brass. I'm pretty sure that the Premier is brass. If it's not, it's something. I don't know what it is. It's pretty thick though. No, actually, I have 4. I have a TV title that's not here. It's a black leather that's made of brass, and I have another 10 pounds of gold that is made of brass. The rest, everything else is zinc. All my stuff.
Somebody needs to alert security that Gianni's at the Reba concert.
There's been a Gianni sighting at a Reaper concert.
Yeah.
What?
He was
Oh
hiding
my
in a speaker
God.
box.
He's everywhere. Watch out.
Yeah. Gianni's the Will Rogers of podcasts. He hadn't met one he doesn't like. So
Right.
I'm ribbing him about that. We had a good conversation the other day. So
I like Johnny.
I do too. I hope he's enjoying the. He's not at the concert. He's working at the concert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's on break.
I would think that one of the perks of working at the venue would be getting pictures with the performers. But,
Actually, I think they're told to stay away.
yeah. One more time, Felix. Here you go. One more time.
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. My bed is covered in belts now. My wife's not going to be very happy. But look how that thing still shines. I mean, I polished it maybe twice since I've had it.
It's beautiful.
Hey, I love this belt to death, but what do you guys think, Ben? The Fandu Bob Backlund belt, doesn't it remind you of a rapper's necklace?
That is one of the most horrible interpretations of a belt ever made. I look at that and I'm like, how do people buy that belt? That belt is like 6 times bigger.
I'm one of those people.
How?
I think he's talking about the Undisputed there, Vinny. I think it's what you had there.
I got it because my dad used to
okay,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, look at
There
that.
we go.
Oh wow!
Oh, the tag. Yeah.
Oh, that is
Oh
sweet.
my gosh!
Look at that. Beautiful.
No, this is the PWF United States Championship.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I should
Wow,
notice
look
with the
at
nugget
that.
texture, yeah. But it looks just like the IWA tag.
Mm-hmm.
I want the ones that the Road Warriors had. Is that it? No.
No, it's almost the
different
same design.
Okay. Yeah,
But
those
this
are the
was
ones
the-
I want. I want to get those eventually down the road.
This was defended in Japan.
Gianni, if you only knew.
So yeah, I just got
That's
this.
nice.
Now, does
Very-
anybody know the
very
history
heavy.
of that version of the AWA title? Was it also made by inmates? Because it looks like it was.
The
The AWA tag that looks like that one?
I think those are those are levy styles.
Are they?
Because it's that levy. You know,
Well, they look
the
just
levy
like the one you're
styles have
holding
they have those. They're a cookie cutter design basically.
Yeah.
He just he modified each different design.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that belt is sweet, man.
It is beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't wear that title.
was-
I saw you post a picture of that, but I was never aware that title existed. So
yeah. So this was defended in Japan.
yeah, I don't remember
That's a
seeing
belt
the
you got to
magazines.
buy in twos.
Yeah, so this was the PWF United States title.
Oh,
So this
PWI,
part
okay.
that's part of my Ichiban collection.
Ah, okay.
So I got my Japan collection there going. So it's going over there with the rest of them. And then what else did I just get recently? Oh, the Pan Pacific Championship. Just
There's
got
another
that.
one I want that's one of two titles I want from Japan. One is the V4. The other is the at one time called the United National, which is when David Von
Oh
Erich had
yeah,
it. It's
David
the
Von
cast
Erich
belt.
belt.
Yeah, I want that one.
Hey, Mark.
What?
I got an IWGP V4 for sale.
It's on my list, Ben, but I'm broke right now.
I know.
But I'll be hitting you up.
Guys. There's one of those guys on the corner. You got to watch. You want to buy a watch?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
may be a year before I'm able to come up with that belt, the money for that belt. I'm still trying to save up the money for the Classic Shields belt I ordered. Almost there. But I got to sell these two belts, and a couple others.
So what do you guys think about the FanDuel Dome Globe?
Love it.
From
I like
the pictures, I love it, but I'm trying to get mine out of layaway. So
Oh, that's right. So I'm not big on the Dome Globe as far as looks. I respect the tradition behind it, of course. I almost pulled a trigger and bought one.
Ooh.
Wow.
Now,
He
which
wants to
one
come
would
over
you
the
have
dark
gotten?
side.
The pre 2021 or the
Yes, the old school.
Okay, the old school, the one that they're advertising that Nick Aldis carried is not like the one Nick Aldis carried. Not
Yeah,
even
very much
remotely.
so. I agree, James.
All I know is I would get the 3-something one and have Mark do the leather on it.
I would. The difference being is the plate is the main plate is shaped differently than the one Aldis carried.
Mhm.
The grommet size is wrong.
The grommet size is wrong. Yes, I noticed that.
Yep.
Because his grommets are more
Oversized.
open.
Yeah, and
And those are you're right. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
You're right.
this is when they show the commercial for it. Whenever you see the advertisement and they show the Leather Rebels one before they show the FanDuel, so it's very misleading. And being an NWA fan, I kind of sent a message. It was like, guys, you're advertising a belt from a maker that is not FanDuel when you show that, and then you show the FanDuel is what's being sold, and they never sent anything back. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to change the commercial because I pointed that out. So
You think?
but it is very misleading nonetheless. Take it from me. I'm kind of I don't want to claim any kind of an authority or anything, but I kind of know what I'm talking about.
you're welcome, Felix. You're going to love that belt. I know the wait is agonizing. I had to wait 10 months to get mine, but it is well worth the wait. Trust me, it is well worth it.
Yeah, that's the other one I got.
I'd like to see a CNC Dome Globe. Oh man,
The Bears.
The Bears, yeah, he beat me to it.
hey, you just sold
Yeah.
Mike a Chargers one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that
saw
one was
that.
pretty sweet.
Saw that.
Yes. I don't know what he did with the plating with that one, but you see, if you look at how Mike shine,
Mm-hmm.
like it doesn't shine like most gold plates. Like I don't know what he did with it, but it stood out when I opened the box. I was like, whoa,
Oh yeah.
whoa. So yeah, and I'm gonna get that stoned. I'm in the process of getting that set up and scheduled, and then I was thinking about getting,
What
doing
up,
a
Jay?
project of doing a shadow box in there for it.
Yeah,
Good
I
evening,
bought a
good
couple
evening.
belts off.
Oh,
I thought
definitely.
you were going back to
got
work,
plans on
Gianni.
the road.
I think the next one on my list, aside from the FanDuel, because I do have that borderline obsession. I'm sorry, I'm picking my eyeballs here in front of me. But I think my next one that I really, really I've got my heart set on is going to be the AWA Oakleaf from that Bockwinkel got after the inmate was trashed. I love that belt. I don't know what it is about that design or anything, because it wasn't around. I mean, it was originally used, I think, in the 60s and 70s before they got the Inmate. But when they brought it back, I just remember being a kid and thinking, man, that just the way the belt was, the main plate was cut and the shape of the main plate. I just thought it was cool. It looked like an oak leaf. And that's definitely on my list for sure.
I had the wife laughing the other night when I went and got the new car. It's got a back windshield wiper. And I told her, I said, hey, babe, I found something perfect for my back window. She's like, what? Macho Man dropping the elbow on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I've seen those before. Yeah.
She's like, I know you. You'll get it. I said, yep.
I want a Cowboys belt, but I'm sure I'd lose it.
It might fall out of your hands.
Yeah. The warden is in the building. He sure is.
There he is.
Our good friend Jason.
Okay, Nathan. Yeah, let me know. We'll work on something. I have makers that, we can get some custom stuff done.
Ooh, I might talk to you about one of the promotions that I work for is looking to get new belts made.
I'm working with somebody right now on promotions, on a promotion right now to get some designs done. So yeah, let me know.
I definitely, I already have one design kind of picked out. Basically, long story short, I don't have a way to draw. I can't draw worth a damn, and if I try to draw it, it's going to look like
I can't draw stick figures. Okay.
Yeah, I need to get with somebody that can actually do belt art, and because I've not been given permission to design any belts, but I'm taking the initiative to redesign the belts, and
because you never know, you might captivate them enough,
right,
to want to do that design.
The plan is I'm going to design my own version of the heavyweight championship and pay for it. You know what I mean? And then if they like it, they can buy it from me. I think they will. My idea is basically I'm going to Frankenstein a bunch of classic belts together as far as main plate goes. Does anybody have an 86 Mid-Atlantic?
So here, I'll share this with you guys. I drew this a few years ago. Okay.
I remember that.
I remember that, Ben. Yeah.
I think I do too.
Remember, I drew that a few years ago.
I remember that.
And it turned into this.
I know. I've seen that belt. I wanted to get one done from New York.
I think you know what? I think you messaged me a few years ago.
Yep.
And because I got some messages from people from like Boston and people from California. And I'm like, go ahead and whatever you want to do with it. I mean, I'm not gonna copyright it and send you a cease and desist.
No,
like
that's sweet.
Like that's some guys have done to me. So what I did was, if you notice, I did the ends like AWA Inmate style.
Yeah.
Where they're squared. And then I did the rounded plates. I did, of course, Chicago, the Windy City, my home. And then I did the logos. Any Cubs fans in here? I don't care. I'm a White Sox fan. Okay.
Oh,
White Sox. I had people like Cubs fans like get butthurt. I was like, you know what? I should have put a fifth plate there, like really tiny, and put Cubs.
Little tiny plate. The size of a quarter.
They're like, yeah, you're on the belt. You're on the belt. That big. Put like a coin-sized Cubs with a Cubs logo.
A dime-sized plate.
So, right. You have to look at it like this.
Nathan's a graphic designer, by the way.
So yeah, I had this made by this was Hashim Hussein. If you guys heard of him,
yes.
If I saw it in writing, I might recognize the name.
This was the very first belt he made.
Wow,
good job for
this right here. This was the first.
I remember when you dropped that on the page. I remember that.
Mhm. Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. But I've dropped it on there every once in a while too. Love this belt. I mean, it came out exactly. Has the Chicago skyline upside down. So if I go like this, it's the same. And the belt measurements for this belt. I don't see it. Oh, I put it away. My Cena US spinner.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
the
why it
belt.
looks familiar almost.
Right. That's
Yeah.
the plates sizes.
Gotcha.
The side plates and the main plate. The Cena spinner. That's what that's why I took my measurements from.
It just occurred to me that's the city skyline. I thought that was like what you see on an audio bar.
Mm-hmm. No, Chicago. The Chicago upside down. See if I flip the belt.
That's like the reflection off Lake
It
Michigan.
reflects. Right. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
There you got it. That's
Everybody
exactly
sees
what
that
that
belt,
is.
they think of CM Punk, right?
Yeah. So I was gonna do 7 plates instead of 5. One was gonna be the Road Warriors. One was gonna be CM Punk on each side. But then I said the belt's gonna be too big. So I cut out the Road Warriors and I cut out CM Punk.
Nah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I love this belt, man.
Yeah, I have a custom spinner. I had it re-leveled by MTA, Michael Todd Anthony, and I went with a Miami Hurricanes theme. I did the green in the front and the orange croc in the back.
Oh. See, I thought about
That's right there.
I thought about doing red croc on the back here. And then I thought about doing the white snake skin on the back. And I was like, I'll just leave it.
I might as well show you while you're here. If I can reach it.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna remind everybody that our podcast is sponsored by Mark Leather for all your re-leathering needs. I sound like a drunk guy.
So yeah,
And
there's
then also
that.
by Unique Spirit. You want to work belts or championship plates?
There's that again.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
Here it is.
I've seen that belt before. Beautiful.
Wow.
Orange croc. I'm not a croc fan, but that orange pops with that green.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh
was
yeah, that
actually
orange going perfect with it.
yeah, this was actually real almost real identical crocking. I don't know where he got it from, but it popped when he sent it to me. I'm like, that's perfect. And I got it restoned too. Like right after I got it restoned, it got shipped to him.
That looks good.
I also have the signature series, but it's original. Believe it or not, the belt itself, when it was on the original strap, I bought it for $100.
Wow.
Good deal.
But the way he did that work with it, can't beat that.
Heck no.
Thank you, man. It was so I was looking for different like skyline pictures and everything when I did that design or when I submitted it, and that one popped up right immediately on not Yahoo, Google. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I wonder how that would look. And then when he starts sending me design pictures, I was like, you know what? Let's go. I went with I saw another design with the skyline, but I'm glad I went with this one. I'm glad I went with those colors.
Yeah, the shadow looks a lot better.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the Chicago Stars are in there, and everything. So, yeah, man, if I show that to CM Punk, he'll probably throw it in the trash because it's got White Sox on it. instead of Cubs. He's a Cubs fan, so um,
But it's not his belt. It's your belt, then.
yeah, I know. I just gotta keep him from throwing it in the trash because
I bet you still take a picture with it, but not show that plate.
right, he'll probably take a picture like this where it shows the Bears, and I got the White Sox in the other front plate. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, man. It's like I said, this was Hashim's first belt he ever made was a custom belt.
I'm having signal issues.
And now 3 years later, he's still working at it.
I may have to switch to my phone when for some reason it's the second week in a row that my computer wants to update while I'm doing the show, and it's messing up my internet connection. So, let me take you off full screen again. I'm sorry, I'm getting delays. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
we hear you.
Okay. My signal keeps breaking up, and I'm getting these reminders that my laptop wants to update. It did this last week, and I had to go off. So
Always at the
it's late in the
darkest of
show,
times,
so
isn't it?
I'll just deal with it.
Always.
It doesn't do this, and 2 weeks in a row, all of a sudden it's doing it. So
Just during the show.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Big
I'm being
Brother watching.
censored for my rant earlier.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this rant. I want to hear about it.
Oh,
I was talking about guys that look down on foreign made belts or cheaper made belts. I just told them screw you, and I mean that
Yeah.
sincerely with the biggest of love.
Yeah, like they'll come around, and this the thing too, and I'll expose some truth here. Some of those same guys are buying cheap.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I said that
foreign-made
too.
belts.
I said that too because
Yeah.
most of their collections up till recently were $300-$400 belts, and they buy one or two, $3,000 or $4,000 belts. All of a sudden, they're better than everybody else. But they didn't throw those other belts out. I guarantee that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Facebook
hello,
user.
Facebook user.
Opinions are like assholes. We all have one, and they all stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't care if those guys have $3,000 or $4,000 belts. I'm of the opinion that if you can afford it, more power to you. But this is my opinion, and I am entitled to my opinion. If you're gonna dog me for it, that's on you. Hold on, my dog wants it. In and out, in and out. Anyway, lost my train of thought because my dog. Yeah, you're going. I guess you're a repeat of it, but this is my opinion, and if you want to dog me for it, that's your problem, not mine. I won't lose any sleep over it. I'm pretty much drama free as far as that's concerned. I could care less what anybody thinks. But in my opinion, the only difference between an American-made belt and a Pakistani-made belt is
It's
the
the zip
Atlantic
code.
Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly, Ben. Exactly.
I like that one.
Because some of these American guys,
Yeah, exactly. And people get knocked for giving an opinion. A guy gave an opinion on the AEW. He said he didn't think it was worth the $700, and I'm not going to disagree with that. I wouldn't pay $700 for an AEW. I just wouldn't.
No way.
no,
No.
For
they're made in
boot-
the same.
for
They're
boot
made
or
in
an
the,
authorized replica.
they're made in the same factory as WWE belts.
Yeah.
If they're not, they're close.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm happy
And-
with my 650 one.
Yeah.
It looks
That's
better
that's
than the
that's just
original.
like and I don't want to upset anyone, but I'm going to say it also. I'm with you on that, Mark. These guys spending $3,000 on the IWGP V4.
Great.
I
mean,
can't see myself do it.
No, I can't do that. I would be divorced. I can't afford the attorney to represent me in divorce. But I'm serious. My wife would kill
But
me.
I got a belt.
Yeah. She may hit me over the head with. How's that $3,000 or $4,000 feel now?
There's a
Right.
TV on the little milk crate. And
Right. He's
Well, no,
sleeping in the back seat with the belt hugged up.
Always sleep in the dog house.
But having an opinion about that belt, and some people called it a very ugly belt. James has called it an ugly belt. That's his opinion. He's entitled to it. I think it's a beautiful belt. I just don't see any history there. I have no interest in it because there's no history there. I get where people think it's gaudy. I get that. It's just awful blingy for a belt. Y'all grew up in the age where the metal was the feature.
You know what used to crack me up is how Jericho would swing and try to hit somebody with that belt.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, dude, that's like a runaway train. You're swinging that big, huge, out of control, weird
You hit
shaped
somebody with that belt,
object.
they're going in a coma if they get hit in the head.
Right. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not drawn to that belt. I can't say honestly that I would want that belt. I've had it
But I heard-
4 times.
I heard
I've given it away twice.
The
This one
reason
right
why
here.
I got it because I wanted a piece of what could be history. You know what I mean? That's why I added it to my collection.
This belt right here. I have no interest in this belt. The reason I got this belt was because my son wanted one. That's his over here. I showed him my Dome Globe. I asked him if he liked it. He said, yeah. So you want one? He said, well, I don't want that one. I want this one. So I took advantage of a pricing glitch with WWE Shop on Amazon. I got this belt for $45. $45.
Wow.
Got that one for $45 too. The only reason
Nice.
I got the second one for myself was because that's my first re-leather. That's my very first re-leather. And I wanted to see if I could do it. And that's why I haven't sold it. I was going to sell it. But I got so much positive response on it that I go off full screen. That I decided to keep it just for sentimental reasons. I have no attachment to that belt as far as WWE is concerned. It's just my first re-leather.
I'm gonna hurt some people's feelings because I'm gonna turn heel here on AEW.
Uh-oh.
That belt looks like a tarnished serving tray was fractured. Actually, it was a tarnished serving tray that was shot up with a BB gun.
I was waiting for the BB gun. Yeah.
Now be
Shot up
honest
with
with
a BB
us.
gun. They attached silver dollars to a couple of the side plates. Well, they fractured it, then attached the silver dollars to the side plates, bedazzled it, attached it to the leather, put a car logo on the front of it, and said, "Hey, here's our championship." It looks like it's. I don't see why people, but like you said, to each his own.
Yes, Felix, this is a match superstar. It's a boot.
Oh, I just got a PM. Anybody looking for Georgia Championship Wrestling TV title?
Oh, I like that belt too.
Anyone? I call it the Crayola belt.
Yeah,
It's like somebody took a box of crayons and threw it on the belt.
Yeah, this is let me show this belt off or this mask off for Felix. This is a mask superstar mask. It does not have the bling on it like I wish it did, but I got this for like $15 at a wrestling show. There's a guy that makes masks on Facebook. His name's Mark also, and I want to get one.
I have Mil Mascaris mask coming from Mark right now.
But I want that mask.
I want the machine, the Andre the Giant version.
Oh,
yeah, the giant machine
Billy,
mask would
yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah.
10 pounds of paint. 10 pounds of paint. Welcome, Tom, by the way. I told Felix I want him on the show when he gets that big gold.
I got to get one of those
Lost Ben. Oh, there he is.
spending the Globe shirts, man.
What's that?
I got to get one of those your show logo shirts.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask about that. And this is going to be, I don't know. I'm on the fence about this, but I thought about having T-shirts made with this logo. And everybody uses this logo, but it's really fitting. So I'd like to gauge interest if anybody's interested in doing this, because I wouldn't order the T-shirts myself and keep them in stock. That's just money sitting on the shelf. So what I would probably do would go to Pro Wrestling Tees and set that up.
I'd definitely buy one.
I'd buy one too.
I would do the design and have different colors where they can choose from different colors instead of a generic black one.
Yeah. That logo was actually done by Jake Keel, who's one of the partners in the Brothers in Kayfabe. He sent that to me, so you can use that. I appreciate that. He also sent me this, which I'd like to do for a background, but I can't. If I do it for background, this covers me up. I can't use this as background. I'm in the background. So that's Kerry Von Erich putting the Iron Claw on Ric Flair when he won the world title. I've never seen that.
Oh,
picture.
wow.
That's pretty awesome. And look at that logo in the bottom. Well,
Mhm.
there's two logos. I thought that was pretty cool. I want to get T-shirts like this too.
Oh yeah.
But it's a risky venture to do that. So I'm gonna give it some thought. But I'd like to gauge interest. I don't know how to do that.
There you go, Ben.
The machine
yeah.
mask, right? Yep.
Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Now, is that giant machine, Hulk machine?
Well, I heard if you put them up on Pro Wrestling Tees, if they don't sell
They
a
boot you
certain
off.
amount or whatever, they just take the design down. That's all.
Yeah, I'll give it. It costs $75 to set it up though.
Oh wow.
That's belt
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. You have to pay because when I set up the store for CBB, I explored Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah.
And you have to put up money up front. You have to have a certain percentage of sales,
Yeah.
or you lose your store.
Right.
So
I may get with you on that, Ben. Come up with some.
okay, yeah, because I have the CBB store, and
I also want to get with you on how to do this belt giveaway. I was going to have EW help me with it, and that obviously isn't going to happen now. But I need somebody that can help me out with a giveaway on how to do that. So.
okay. What I do is I set up a template. Well, we'll discuss it later.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'll get with
I
you.
set up a raffle template, so I just copy and paste it and input my information. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's pretty.
I just don't know if I can copy 1,000 names. That's going to be difficult. Thought about doing a separate post saying, comment I'm in, and just close it after a day or two, and do the randomizer.
I would advise you to do it. Don't when you let people pick numbers, it becomes a runaway train. Just do that, and then just that post, just copy all the comments and just delete the extra stuff except for their names. And I do it that way too. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to make this very complicated. I want to make it fun for everybody, but at the same time, I just at this point in time, I just want to give the belt away. It's sitting on my shelf, collecting dust. So
do it on the day that you're off.
Yeah, I got you. Gotcha. May do it on Saturday or Sunday.
Right. If you noticed, most of the time when I post those, they're on Sunday, Mondays, or Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not posting them during the week unless it's a quick 20 spot, 25 spot.
Yeah.
Those will usually go in half hour or so.
Okay. Hey, Mark, I wanted to thank you for having me on again. I'm going to get off here in a few minutes.
Oh, no problem. Glad to have you on.
Don't believe everything you hear from Jermaine. Jermaine's delusional at times. I think he drinks too many protein shakes.
It's showing results, though. He's looking good.
Looking great.
He's looking good,
yeah man.
You're looking marvelous.
I'm proud of that
he's
guy,
drinking
man.
some of that Miracle Water.
Yeah.
From the commercial? Oh,
no,
my goodness.
That's another inside joke.
Oh, I was going to say, there's a
Mark Water.
That's from the promo groups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got labeled with having Miracle Water for some reason. I don't know where that came from, but it's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you for that later, Richard. Well, anything else? Any other news?
Well, we haven't even talked about Cody.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Yeah.
It's a work.
We got 10 minutes.
It's a work. Who said it?
I think it's a work.
Who just said that?
Me.
Richard.
Did you see my post in CBB?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see? I think you responded to it.
Yeah,
I think you said it was a work.
He's going to show up at Revelations. Yeah, he's going to show up at Revelations. I think he's going to something different's going to happen.
Well, I think that the comment by Tony Khan that he was a very good wrestler keyed to me right there that it's a work.
What if it's not?
Yeah.
Look, well,
can I give my argument?
Sure,
and this is why. He has that TV show on TNT.
And he's still on it.
TV shows can get canceled all the time.
Have you heard anything about his TV show getting canceled?
Well, I know Roads to the Top is not being renewed.
When was that? When did that come out?
That came out here. I want to say last week. I heard that
Okay.
that it was not being renewed.
Okay.
And I've also heard that, and here's the, I'm not saying that it's not a work. I don't have
I
any
just hope he
inside.
doesn't
I
dye
don't
his
have
hair
any inside
again back to
information
black
or
and come
anything like
back.
that. But hear me out. We talked about this. I was on Carmine's podcast Tuesday, and we talked about that a little bit. And this is something that, and people,
I am too, Felix.
regular people, we're all tribal. We all have things that we like, and we will team up with like-minded people, like-minded individuals. If bands, wrestling, TV shows, whatever, we're very tribal about things. And what when I say we, what fans don't understand is wrestling is a business first and foremost. It has nothing to do with like or dislike, because you work with people every day that you don't like. And at the end of the day, it's about getting paid. And if Tony didn't want to pony up the money and Vince did, I would not surprise me one bit to see Cody back in the WWE.
Let's put it this way. What if AWE and WWE are in bed together?
I don't see that.
I don't see that because Vince does work with other companies. He has in the past. He worked with Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He worked with.
Just keep in mind, Papa Khan is pulling back the reins a little bit. He's pulling back the money some.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard too. Is because they're not turning a profit. They've not made any money whatsoever. Everything.
Vince is not a dumb man, that's for sure. He's just waiting.
And you're going to see a lot of people who were signed the first year not get renewed simply because they don't. It's not the fact that they don't have enough room. They're just not. They don't have the star power.
Well, Miro and Cage are sitting back writing out their contracts.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I mean, the librarian, really. I mean, I understand why you signed him and put him on TV at the beginning. But he's not, you're not going to keep him. They didn't keep Marco Stunt. They didn't keep
Sonny Kiss.
They didn't keep what's his name? I can't think of his name now. It's driving me crazy.
I know you're talking about. He was just in the GCW pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yeah, I just keep something else in mind. I just read it today. EC3 and Braun Strowman are going to start their own federation. So maybe Cody's going to be involved with that.
Man, I see Cody being in WWE.
I just don't want to see him come back as Stardust.
No.
Well, here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, and wrestling is a crazy business. Okay, I've only been in it for a short time, and I can tell you now that there is no such thing as loyalty. Don't throw that out the window, okay?
And never say never.
And never say never.
They chase the money.
Yep. Money at the end of the day is what drives the business.
You know what made me believe in that? Never say never?
James Bond?
Hopefully James
Bond.
No.
When Bret Hart showed up back in WWE.
Oh, well.
Remember, he said, I'll never be here.
I went straight to James Bond, man, because
Eric Bischoff showed up in WWE.
Yep.
Yeah.
Twice.
I think Cody will show up at WWE with the polka dots before he shows up at Stardust.
What if Cody shows up to this NXT 2.0?
That's what I'm saying. There's so many things that they could do, and honestly, the fans are so tribal because if you like one, you can't like the other.
But I know for a fact Dustin will not be joining him.
No, he has no. And honestly, Dustin is at the twilight of his. A lot of the stuff that he's doing because it's fun. He's not doing it because he has to.
He loves teaching.
Yeah. And
he posted on his Twitter today that he's not leaving AEW.
It's in his blood, it's in his veins.
Well, I mean, and once again, he's at the point to where what benefit can he bring to another company, and he's doing what he's doing there, and he's at the best benefit he can be where he's at.
Well,
He's not
doesn't
gonna
he
go-
have
he's
his
not gonna
hands
go
in the
some-
women's division too?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Doing quite well.
you know,
2-minute warning.
well, it's
Yeah, 2
like I
minute
said, it's a work. It's it's all BS. It's all work. And these guys, like, it's a show. And this is what people forget when Cody took the sledgehammer and smashed the throne,
Mhm.
right? That was him putting on a show, and everybody's like, "Oh, I bet Triple H is mad." And I was thinking, I bet Triple H is getting a laugh out of that.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
called him that night.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"Man, good one. That was a
Good
good
job,
one,
good
buddy."
job. Yeah.
Hey, they both got it. You know what I mean? All you heard was
it's-
Cody and Triple H.
Yeah, and it's a work, and these guys go to get paid. And at the end of the day, if Company A is not going to pay you what you think you're worth, but Company B is,
Mhm.
you're going to go get paid wherever they're going to pay you the most to do what you do. And whether it's the E or it's the A, it doesn't matter. Money talks. They're there to perform, and I'm sure that he does not want to be Stardust again. But then again, if somebody said, "Hey, here's $15 million, I need you to be, the human pony boy," guess what?
Hey, his
Yeah.
brother did it in
Yeah,
WCW.
yeah,
There's another makes you go,
Hmm.
well, that's because
They
she's
give her-
not
they give her enough
marketable,
money, she'll
and
do that.
and
She'll do
and
that.
they were doing a favor for the Rhodes family by putting her on TV, and I'm just going to leave it
A
at
big
that.
favor.
I'm glad they did, except she just wouldn't open her mouth.
I
You
tell you
know,
what though,
annoying.
Oh, she's beautiful.
speaking of
Oh yeah.
AEW, I
But
kind of
annoying
like
as hell.
Brian Danielson in AEW right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What were you
My
gonna say,
problem-
Andy?
That's his gimmick from Ring of Honor, though. His persona now.
Mhm.
If you watch his old Ring of Honor stuff, it is very similar to what he's doing now, which is good. It's great. It's great. I always like Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson. Excuse me.
What were you
him
gonna say,
properly.
Andy?
Oh no, I was just agreeing. I mean, but with Brandy, I don't know about you. Every time she came out, I was like, oh, she talked. That was her big mistake. Just shut up. I just didn't want to see her come out. She was just so
You got
annoying.
that look though. You got to admit it.
Oh yeah.
Good looking, but then she talks, and then it's like,
I feel the same about that NWA Women's Champion,
Oh,
Camilla.
Camille.
Camilla. Oh
Camille.
my goodness! It's
Camille
like don't put a mic in front of her. Just let her wrestle.
Yeah,
I
She's a
like
real
when
estate
Brandy
agent.
snaps though. I like when she
She's
snaps.
gotten a lot. She's gotten a lot better. When she
she
first
talks,
started,
she
when they
was
first
great.
started letting her talk, I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
You should have just been the silent giant. You know what I mean? And kill people.
Well, they had her like not talk for like 2 years.
Yeah, that
And all of a
and it
sudden
was
she's
better.
everywhere.
She was
Now
great.
she's gotten a lot better now. You can tell she's. Yeah, no, dude, I've been watching it from day one. She's gotten a lot better. She's still
Yeah, but
back.
she was more menacing when she was silent, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I agree.
There's that mystique there. So
It was like
Right,
China
'cause-
when China was quiet.
Because like she would start to talk and then Nick will like, oh, and he keep her quiet. That was a good gimmick for her because
They just
they
let
stuck
it
a
go.
mic in front of her and
Just let a good gimmick go.
yeah, they should have just kept her silent.
I agree.
Yeah, but you can't put the belt on somebody and not have them talk unless you give them a mouthpiece. And unfortunately, with
Give her a
that,
mouthpiece.
well, yeah, but with that faction, everybody can talk except for her. You know what I mean? She really it would be kind of redundant
Yeah,
to add
she
a
was.
mouthpiece.
what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Duarte.
And on that note, we're going to end the show. We actually got started a minute late because I wasn't looking at the clock when I was chatting with Andy. He was engaging me in conversation backstage before the show
happens.
started.
And I was running a little bit by. I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there on time." And then I looked up. I was like, "Oh crap! It's almost time."
It's James Standard Time. No, I want to thank everybody again for watching tonight. On behalf of Unique Spirit and Mark Leather, I almost forgot my own name. I want to thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we'll get our referee on next week, Referee Ryan.
Well,
Other
you have
referee.
your referee
Fingers
on.
crossed.
That referee's just a referee. I'm the referee.
Yeah, I
There's a
know,
big
I
difference
know.
between
That's
the two.
That's
how
right.
it's-
Hey,
Just on
put
Facebook.
yourself over. That's right.
As always, thank you for having me on, Mark.
Thank you for coming on. And everybody watching, our viewership came up after my rant was over. Maybe Pounding the Meat ended. I don't know. But I'm gonna flip over and watch out here in a little bit, but I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Y'all have a good week.
You
Peace.
too.
Everybody.
You guys stay blessed.